So from the past few years, we've been blessed with alternative cinematic universes when it comes to superhero movies, and in one of these we have The Boys. And in today's video we're going to be comparing Homelander versus Superman. So Homelander is from The Boys TV show, and he is kind of an alternative version of Superman from the Vault cinematic universe. And Superman, obviously you guys already know who he is from the DC cinematic universe. So we're gonna have a comparison of these two characters to see who is gonna be the winner in a mortal combat. So first off, let's start with Homelander. He is very similar to Superman, and these two heroes share similar attributes. For example, Homelander can fly, he's got heat vision, he's got super strength and durability. Now let's break down this character to tell you exactly who he is and what he is capable of. So he is evil. He is the opposite side of Superman and basically shows what humanity would be like if we had people running around the streets with superhero abilities like Superman and, you know, other kind of heroes from other cinematic universes. So that's what The Boys basically kind of shows. And Homelander is just a psychopath. He has a weakness for milk. He has committed mass genocide. He doesn't save people. He quite does the opposite. He thinks for himself. He thinks for his best interest and just doesn't care about the general public. Basically the opposite of what you would see from Superman. Homelander is basically considered to be the strongest man on earth. With no one around to rival his authority, he can pretty much do whatever he wants, like a god amongst men. He has killed masses of people and no one is stepping up to say otherwise. He makes his enemies tremble by just barely looking at them. I would say his strongest selling point is his strength, which we've seen demonstrated multiple times across the show. For example, during the fight with Soldier Boy and Butcher, Soldier Boy basically being the Captain American version of The Boys, and obviously he has the shield, but the difference is he is insanely strong and he can put up with Homelander. He even gave him bruises, and that fight took him quite a while. Okay, so this was the only time I kind of felt like Homelander might get his behind kicked, but surprisingly he still came out as the winner. On the other hand, we've seen Homelander face off with Maeve. So Maeve is basically Wonder Woman's version in The Boys. She has single-handedly stopped a moving truck by just standing there. So we can safely say she's just as strong as Wonder Woman, or somewhere in within that range. I also want to mention that she has single-handedly made Homelander bleed. And this is quite an achievement when it comes to Maeve, which she sadly regretted shortly after. So these are the only two characters that actually had Homelander going in there for a second. Unless you want to count in Butcher, because he did team up with Soldier Boy to fight Homelander, and still Homelander came up top. So this basically makes him the strongest man on earth. So with rivals like Superman, Omni-Man and other kind of heroes across all the universes, but surprisingly we haven't seen Homelander lift up anything that is substantially very heavy. For example, we had a scene where he was meant to save the fallen airplane, but he kind of dropped the ball there where he said he can't carry the plane while mid-air because he needs his feet to be on the ground in order to use his full strength. I believe he did drop the ball there for a lot of people, myself included. Homelander has also shown to be very strong, for example, by throwing a man feet up into the air without breaking a sweat. He has also been shot at a very close range, and guess what, that did absolutely nothing. And it is also said that if Homelander was to go rogue today, America will be done within a week. So which means there is no weapon out there to stop this man, and that's nuclear weapons included. He has been able to lift dozens of Mack trucks at once, weighing about 12,000 pounds. He is also estimated to carry more of these trucks weighing about 1,000,000 pounds. Now that's a lot of weight right there for a Superman knockoff. He is also very fast and he can fly up to 12,000 miles per hour, at least 3 times the speed of sound, breaking the sound barrier. As you can see here, when he was looking for his son, he was able to fly at least at Mach 3. For those of you who don't know, that's basically a missile. Just to show how durable Homelander really is, when he was a child, he had a hydrogen bomb strapped around his waist because they just didn't know how to stop him if he ever went rogue. And just to inform you, a hydrogen bomb is at least 1,000 times more powerful than a nuclear bomb. That gives you at least an estimate of how durable he really is. He has also thrown a jet across the hangar with one hand without breaking a sweat. The jet is said to weigh about 26,000 pounds to 35,000 pounds. Just to give you an idea of how capable Homelander is, he has been able to throw a baseball across America traveling at the speed of 75,000 miles per hour. At that current speed, that's basically a small meteorite, and if it's to hit, for example, New York, it's gonna create a crater just as big as Times Square, shattering every building and infrastructure around it, creating a massive shockwave that's gonna reverberate across the earth. And in conclusion, he has the heat vision, which is said to be just as hot as the surface of the sun. He was able to face off a souped up Butcher, Huey, and Soldier Boy. So that's a 3 against 1 there, and he was able to phase them off and fly off at the same time. So that's pretty impressive in my opinion. And now we've seen what Homelander is capable of, so it's about time we pair him up with Kal-El, son of Krypton. So Superman has been around for a very long time now to have accomplished a lot of feats that we're gonna go through in the video. So obviously he's a very fast being, and he's been able to fly to the center of the universe. I don't know where that's gonna be located, but it sounds to be really far, in just 60 days. Now, to measure that in human time, if we're to fly there with our conventional spacecraft of today, that's gonna take us at least thousands of years, talking about 200,000 years more or less. Superman is unkillable. He is basically an immortal being, and the only thing that can weaken him is kryptonite and magic. So if you have any one of these, you can create an open window where you can strike in as much hits as you can before he gets back on his feet. He has also survived 2 collisions of planets much bigger than Earth and survived to see the aftermath. Superman is capable of breaking atoms and timelines with just one punch. He has also shaken the infinite universes and multiverses and can even destroy it without breaking a sweat. Now, talking about strength, Superman has been able to pull planets, he's been able to put Earth back together with Green Lantern, and he's been able to pull the moon and even planets much bigger than Earth, weighing about 6.6 quintillion tons. He's been able to hold black holes in his hands, lifted the book with infinite pages weighing quintillion tons. So bringing this to conclusion, Superman is basically a god amongst men. His speed is unmatched except for when he goes up against the Flash. He has basically been able to one-shot every single member of the Justice League. He's been able to travel to the center of the universe, he's been able to pull planets, he's been able to shatter multiverses and break atoms with just one punch. He is basically the man of steel, the unbreakable. And this is why we definitely believe Homelander is a no match for Superman. In this case, I guess we can safely say Superman is Homelander's upgrade. Okay, what do you think about this, superhero related?
Now, it's no secret, like you said, Homelander is the stronger character in the boys, but I have to say, Kal-El, the last son of Krypton, is stronger. Now, just giving the fans a little bit of the backstory, Kal-El is Superman. He is from the planet Krypton, and his biological mother and father are Jor-El and Laura Vaughn. Once Krypton was destroyed, Superman was sent to Earth, where then was picked up by his human parents, Jonathan and Martha Kent, who raised Superman so he could be who he was meant to be. Now, I do know that the comparison for these two super beings shouldn't honestly even be discussed, because Superman could literally one-shot all of these characters from the boys if he wanted to. Superman has not only demonstrated, constantly raw power and force, but he has done all of this while in battle with certain supervillains and was still holding back. So explain this to me, right? You said Homelander could not pick up a plane with passengers on it as it was declining from the air. Now Superman can carry a plane to safety with passengers on it, along with it being declining from air without even using all of his strength, but Homelander stated that he couldn't do it, right? That seems like a strike one for somebody like Homelander. On top of that, Superman's rogue galaxy is not even Homelander's caliber. caliber. You know, it's on a totally different level. He's fought villains like General Zod, another Kryptonian, Doomsday, Bizarro Superman, Amazo, and Darkseid. And for what it's worth, all of these super villains would whoop Homelander's behind. So not only is Superman, right? Let's just say, for the sake of argument, features wise, not only is Superman, he's faster, he's more durable, he's stronger, his agility and reflexes are a lot better than Homelander's, and his battle IQ is way better. Now, if those features aren't enough to win at least this fight, then I don't know. The only way I see a Homelander even coming remotely close to beating Superman, the Man of Steel, man, this dude better have some kryptonite and a pair of Superman draws on, man, because I'm telling you, it's just no way that Homelander is beating Superman. So let's just face facts, man. They call Superman the Man of Steel for a reason, and honestly, I don't think Superman is stronger or strong enough to bend or break this Man of Steel.
So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think about this. Do your opinion differ from ours? We'll be glad to go through the comments and have a conversation. And with that being said, remember to smash the like button, share the video with your friends, and I'm gonna catch you guys on my next one. Skadoosh.